What's going on, guys? It's Professor Gnome, and today we're going to be taking a look at Walking Wake EX. I actually like this card a lot, and it's a card that I think is kind of going under the radar a little bit. And so it has the attack that does 120 for 3 energy, but what's really important about it is that not only does it ignore all effects or anything like that because of its ability, but the attack also does 120 more if our opponent has a special condition. So the way that we're going to do that is that we're going to utilize Brute Bonnet in order to place poison on our opponent, and that way we're hitting for, pretty much we're always going to be hitting for 220, since 9 out of 10 times we're going to have a double colorless attached that's going to take two damage counters off. So we're going to be hitting for 220, which is enough to knock out most basics when we run Hisuian Sneasler alongside of it. So pretty much any basic EX we have zero problem getting past, and we two-shot anything else. The other way that we're going to utilize this is that we're going to run this alongside a Klawf, so that way we have single prize attackers that can go and do a ton of damage, since same thing, if this Pokemon is affected by a special condition, this attack does 160 more. So we're going to be actually hitting for 170 off a single prize attacker, and we're also hitting things like Iron Hands for weakness. So we actually have a pretty good rotation here that we're able to snipe out anything that's basic, even getting 2 shots off on higher prizes. The way we're going to do that, we're going to use Squawkabilly to help speed through our deck. This deck going first is, or going second rather, is much stronger than going first, so we're going to want to utilize that as much as we possibly can. We also want to make sure that we're utilizing all of our other options. So one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're using Professor's Vitality in order to speed up our energy. We also run Energy Switch in order to drop things, put them onto Brute Bonnet, and be able to push them over onto our Walking Wake EX. So yeah, that's going to be the build, guys. It's pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated. But definitely let me know what you think of the build down below. Definitely let me know what you want to see next on the, featured next, and what deck or cards you want to see featured next. And also make sure to join the Discord. We have a community Discord now, so hop in if you're experienced or new, looking to test out some decks or get some feedback on deck lists, anything like that. We're all down to help in the chat. So it's been great. And as for the winners of the giveaway, we'll find that out in just a second when I cue that over. Cue that now. Alright guys, here we are at the wheel. We're going to spin it. This is everyone that has entered. I double checked right before going and spinning this. So yeah, let's see who we got. And the winner is 8-Bit Ghoul 986 is the winner of the first ever 500 sub celebration giveaway. Reach out to me in the comments, or I actually think you're in the Discord, so I'll just message you there when this video comes out, and you'll know that you're the winner. But I'm in a bit of a celebratory mood, so we're gonna go ahead and remove 8-Bit Ghoul, and we'll spin one more time. Let's see who gets it this time around. It is looks to be Lord Fate with a Force and A. Congratulations, you're the second winner. Both of you will win 50 packs each. You can let me know if you want it to be Temporal Forces right now, or what is it, Twilight Masquerade? Is that the next set? Whatever, when that set comes out, we'll get that worked out if that's what you'd prefer. But that's like kind of a month away, so, if you want packs right now, that's totally reasonable. We'll get that sorted out. So, yeah, congratulations to both of our winners. Thank you guys so much for the support and everything going on. The channel's been growing a lot, and I appreciate all of you and all of your great comments. And for everyone who's joined the Discord with a great message, thank you guys all so much. I'm going to start working on putting a tournament together and other content for the Discord soon. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you again, everybody, and we'll get to your regularly scheduled programming. Peace out. See you in Game 1. Alright, so we're into game number 1. Congratulations to the winner of the giveaway. I will reach out to you when this video comes out, so that way it doesn't spoil the winners for everybody else. Well, alright. So, let's see what our opponent's playing. Oh, no way! That's pretty funny. So, it's a Walking Wake mirror. That's pretty hype. We'll see what differences they have in their deck compared to ours. They are running the Greninja. They are also running Bidoof. Okay. So they'll do much less damage overall, but they'll be potentially like a little faster or like a little bit more consistent, I guess. We'll see. They're going for Nest Ball here. Oh, they're playing it with Palkia. Okay, so their build's really different. They did open up double colorless. There's the Brute Bonnet. We'll go this. We're going to go Nest Ball here for a Squawkabilly. And we're going to Nest Ball here for... I think we Nest Ball for Radiant. And then I really don't love having to discard the Lost Vacuum, since it would be really huge in this matchup, but I kind of think I have to. Alright. We'll go Trekking Shoe. We'll discard that. We can Nest Ball here. We'll grab ourselves a Walking Wake. We'll attach to that. And then what we'll do is we'll Iono here, since we're really looking for double colorless. We still did not find it, but we do have some Trekking Shoes. We'll take the Trekking Shoe. We'll Trekking Shoe again. We did not find the double colorless. We're just really digging at this point. Another Switch Cart, don't need that. There's a Boss's Orders. We don't really need that. Alright, there's an Energy Switch. So at this point, we'll manually attach one energy. Really sucks we didn't find the double colorless, to be honest. I guess we'll just end our turn there. That's pretty tragic. In theory, we could have kept the Ultra Ball and used it in order to, like, get into Lumineon. Like, that would have been nice. So that way we can guarantee, like, a Vitality on the next turn. But I don't know. I guess that would have been smarter, but it's not the play we made because we were really digging. Because had we been able to get into the into the double colorless, we would have been in a really good position. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be in the position we would have liked to be in. So there's the water energy. Sealed cards. We'll see what they Nest Ball to. I would assume a second Brute Bonnet, just as like a backup. Oh, okay. Alright, so they are going to knock us out here. I don't even really know what the best thing to put up here is. We'll put Klawf up, I guess. Alright, so there's the double colorless. We're going to go ahead and just drop that. Actually, we're going to go ahead and drop it onto our Walking Wake. We'll put this down. We'll go ahead and Switch Cart Bring this in. And this is really just to start getting... Actually... Hold on. Let's make a play. We're gonna go Mew. We're gonna go ahead and Toxic Powder. We can go ahead and retreat. Bring this back in. Restart. Place our other wake down. And attack. We'll grab ourselves 2 prize cards, even up the trade. Alright, there's an energy and a vitality. So we have a second Walking Wake all the way powered up, which is really, really big for us. We evened up the prize card race. And we got rid of the Brute Bonnet. There's another one gone. Or, we didn't get rid of the Brute Bonnet, rather, but we got rid of the, we got rid of the Palkias that will be able to power them up later. So what we're going to look for next is... They're going to attack into us, and it's, like, not the biggest deal. We can literally go, like, 1-1-1-1 in attacks back and forth. Since we're going to have a Walking Wake that isn't damage reduced, since we're going to be able to power it up with just normal water energies. And we have a Switch card available to us, so we're actually going to win, like, the attack off, I guess, is the best way to say it. And then from there, what we're going to look for is just being able to pull up this Brute Bonnet and knock that out. It's kind of awkward because we both have immunity to conditions. So it's like we're both just kind of going to be doing very little damage. So we'll place the booster capsule down. We can place the energy down. Then what we can do is vitality. Place an energy. Place the energy. Draw. And then what we can do is we can energy switch back onto this one. Then what we can do is attack. Yeah, so what's going to end up happening here is that we'll trade these, but we'll end up kind of winning the damage trade overall. There's an Earthen Vessel away. Yeah, so they're going to be damage reduced on this one. That sucks, actually. Oh, that's kind of tragic. So they're going to switch into that one. Okay. That's still fine. We can kind of do a similar play. We're just going to need to utilize our Switch Cart more effectively in order to win this one. No. Alright, so there's an energy switch. Alright. So we'll hit this one for 120. We'll win the race here. And kind of go from there. We'll see what they are gonna, like, what they plan on doing. I assume this is just to get cards out of their hand. What we actually have the ability to do here, and it might be the play we go for, is looking to power up the Klawf. Switch carting in, taking the knockout, and then sacking the Klawf after. I think that's going to end up being our play. Because we can already energy switch to it, so we really just need to find one energy. Oh, actually, that's not going to work. Because they're not going to be poisoned. The penny's pretty huge. Actually, since we're going to be able to pick this up. Alright, that's actually going to make a difference here. Alright, so they went Sneasler. So they're still going to need one more card. They're out of pretty much everything. Alright. So I think we get rid of the Iono here. Grab ourselves some neutral energies in order to retreat. Then what we can do is bring Walking Wake in, attack, so like they made the mistake of not poisoning the Sneasler, but unless there's the Lost Vacuum. Wait, why did they do that? Or, oh, I guess they went for that because it doesn't really matter if they remove the one from Brute Bonnet, since everything they're going to be targeting is already like immune from poison, essentially. Losing the penny here kind of sucks. Hopefully we can find it again. The Switch Cart is going to help us as well. Toxic Powder doesn't matter. Do they play like a third boss or something? It wouldn't make much sense for them to. Like to play 3 boss and... Alright, the Vitality's kind of nice. We can... I kind of want to leave space in case we are able to get into our Lumineon, so that way we can guarantee a penny later on in the game. So I think we just take the knockout here. Go down to 2 prizes. How are we going to do this? Alright, we kind of need to be able to... Oh, alright, perfect. Kind of. Not really. Wait, yes it is. No, it's not. Do I have any more booster capsules? I do. Alright, perfect. I was scared, but I didn't need to be. Alright, so we just go this. We go this. We retreat. Just so that way I can get the energies in the discard. We Vitality. We reattach. And reattach. If they are like psychotic and have another boss in their deck, like they run three boss and Prime Catcher, then like they're just actually cracked and we lose. And at that point, like, we should have played Switch Catcher, but I wanted these all powered up, which maybe is a mistake, I guess. But, like, it doesn't really matter, because if they have boss, then they're just going to pull this up anyway, so it's not going to make too much of a difference. This is why the Sneasler knockout wouldn't have made that much of a difference, because it wasn't going to poison anything, and also, they still would have been on one prize card regardless. What a close back and forth game. I was not expecting to fight the mirror, PTC CGO bugging out like always. I was not expecting to fight the mirror as our first game of the recording. But yeah, cool. That was exciting. Their list is very different than mine. I definitely think there's some interesting takes on it there. I could see the barrel being interesting. I personally prefer the damage from Sneasler, but I definitely could see Radiant Greninja being useful, especially with the ability to play water energy in the deck or utilize it through Palkia. I could see that being good. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think of the list so far, and yeah, I'll see you guys in game 2 in a moment. See you guys there. Peace. Alright, so we're into game number 2. Our opponent has won the coin flip, but chosen to go first. Which is not that bad for us, actually, since this hand is not gonna show it. We are up against something. There was double, counter catcher. So that's interesting. We see the Psychic Energy in sleeves. Alright, so it's Gardevoir. This hand isn't really gonna show it. About, like, or maybe we have to Iono, essentially. So we'll see what we actually get off of that hand. This isn't really showing how much stronger the turn 1 for this deck can be. And, like, how much more effective. Had to yawn there. How much stronger turn going second is than going first for this deck. We'll throw the Town Store down since we kind of have to. And from here, we'll just go ahead and Iono straight up. A lot of good cards in our hand, but like nothing we could actually utilize. The Nest Ball is really nice, so we're going to go ahead and just get ourselves the Brute Bonnet right away. And this is kind of what I'm talking about, where the power of the deck can kind of come through. So we'll go ahead, grab ourselves the Ancient Booster Capsule. Place that down, throw the double colorless on, and just start, you know, getting the prize card set up and also getting early attacks down. We will take the extra double colorless into hand just because that's going to be useful. And I want that, but I'm not going to take it. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Alright, so we'll go ahead, we'll take the extra prize card. There's another energy. So that's really not what we wanted to see, just because, you know, we don't need this many energies. But we do have the advantage that right now we're kind of fine to just start attacking. We don't have to worry about anything as of right now, at least for the next couple turns. So we'll probably be able to get like 2 or so knockouts before we get like knocked out back, since they're probably going to be looking for like an evolution on this turn, or, you know, something better. There's a refinement. They get rid of an Iono on our own. It'd be so good if they Iono'd me here, just so that way I get like actual playable cards. But really right now they're just trying to stack this up. If they can get into something and like rare candy onto a Gardevoir, and it's just so they never mind, it's double Curlia. I wasn't even paying that close attention for a second. I kind of like zoned out. So that won't be an option for them either. So that could be okay for me. There's Screamtail. If we draw into like a Vitality or something, that could be huge, or even like an Ultra Ball. Or that, since we were going to look for this off the Ultra Ball anyway. Alright, so we'll go Lumineon here. We will search out a Vitality. Though it wouldn't be a bad idea to search out an Iono, actually. But they're going to be able to, like, redraw everything anyway. So it doesn't really matter if we go for that. We'll discard the Water Energy. We'll grab one for now. We'll leave the rest in the deck. Since I don't want to, like, flood my hand with just a whole bunch of random energies. Alright, cool. So we can place this down. Then what we can do is Town Store. Grab ourselves the Seal Stone. We'll place the Seal Stone down just so that way if they play... what's it called? If they decide to play the Vacuum, I'd much rather them vacuum this off than the Brute Bonnet, since I clearly don't have any more in my deck, and I want to be able to utilize those. The Energy Switch is kind of nice. That will help me a bit. Having the Mew will be okay as kind of like extra draw support later on. But what I can do on my next turn, and what I'll probably end up doing, is I'm probably just going to end up placing the Mew down and searching out an Iono, attaching an energy onto the what's it called? Attaching an energy and actually, never mind. I probably won't even bother to attach an energy or not. We'll see what ends up happening. The benefit here is that we actually don't have to worry about Mimikyu at all, since we bypass it with Walking Wake's ability. So they can't actually wall us with that either. So that's kind of nice. But we're definitely going to look for... unless they knock out my Lumineon V here, which would be a little annoying. I'd actually much rather them just knock out Walking Wake. But we'll see what they go for. If they go for my Brute Bonnet, that would actually be more annoying. There's a Counter Catcher. Oh, that's, yeah, more annoying. Though I guess in this scenario, it actually doesn't matter as much, since we're going to be doing 100 damage regardless with Walking Wake, and since they're damaging themselves, we kind of like bypass all this. The Iono is totally fine for us. That's what we were intending on doing for ourselves anyway. Oh, okay, they're just looking to trap. I mean, that makes sense. I think... Alright, so here's the real question. I think what we can just go ahead and do here is just straight Iono up front. And if we have to, we can always... Alright, that actually works perfectly well for us. So what we can do is we'll grab ourselves a Klawf here, since that's going to be pretty important in this one this one prize little battle we're about to do. We'll actually go ahead and grab ourselves the Sneasler as well. Then what we can do is Prime Catcher. And we'll bring up... Do we want to bring up the Gardevoir? I think so, right? Old Town Store. Alright, so not super ideal. But what we can do here is we can poison this, drop some damage onto it, let the poison damage rack up, and that way it's much easier to KO off a boss or something like that in the following turns, which is what we can aim for with the Lumineon. That's so annoying. Oh, they're going to be able to manually attach right off the gate. I thought they would have to put damage down onto themselves in order to retreat, which is kind of like was the intention. Getting trapped in the active here again is like kind of annoying. I guess what we'll have to do is we'll utilize Lumineon here, grab ourselves like another Iono. Earthen Vessel's fine. We'll Pal Pad back in both Ionos. Then what we can do here is Star Alchemy. Grab ourselves the Iono. Get ourselves a new hand. There we go. We got the Switch Cart we were looking for. Switch Cart ourselves back in. Cool. Our opponent surrendered. I don't really think they needed to FF there. We knock out the Scream Tail, so like we go down to 3 prizes. It was going to be pretty easy for us to get the KO onto the Gardevoir off just finding the boss's orders later. So like we weren't in a bad spot to win the game, but I feel like they were also in like an okay spot, so it's kind of weird they conceded there. I don't really agree with that. They definitely should have played it out because there was pretty possible ways for them to win. Maybe whatever they got off the Iono was really, really bad, and that got them stuck, and so like was their consideration on why they FF'd. We can't really know, but I don't know if I totally agree with that. But you know, it is what it is. Sometimes, you know, people make decisions that we don't agree with. So that's going to be game number 1, or that's game number 2. And so we'll go into game number 3 in a moment. I'll see you guys there. Peace out. Alright, we're into game number 3. Our opponent won the coin flip and has chosen to go first. We have no complaints about that, for sure. We are going to mulligan this hand away, and we'll see what happens. Okay, cool. So, we Walking Wake. Alright, we're actually in a pretty solid position to kind of start getting some things going here. We're up against Pal. That's actually really nice for us because we could potentially get the knockout on this Pal right away. What our play is going to be is that we're going to attach the double colorless, we're going to attach the booster energy capsule, and then we're going to squawk for a new hand, hopefully get into a vitality, and then take the knockout right away, and kind of go from there. That would be super great. We'll see what our opponent does. They do already have Bidoof and a Frigibax on board. Second double colorless is a little sad. We don't like to see that just because we don't want to have to discard that so early. But unfortunately, it is what it is. We don't find exactly what we're looking for, which is, again, a little sub-ideal. What we could do, we're actually going to make a little bit of an aggressive play here. We're going to go Lumineon. It's not going to give us the bonuses. That's fine. We have Penny. What we're looking for is our Seal Stone. So we're going to go Town Store, Seal Stone, place Seal Stone. Place Seal Stone. Thank you. And then with this, what we can do is we can Star Alchemy to guarantee ourselves our Vitality. We'll go ahead and Vitality here. Get our energy onto our Waking Moon EX. Or Walking Wake EX. We'll go Toxic Powder here. Boop, boop. And then we will take the knockout onto the Chenpal, taking a very early lead. It's totally fine that we utilized our Lumineon this way, since what we're able to do is pick it up with the Penny on the next turn and reutilize it later. We also are okay if our Walking Wake EX gets knocked out, since what we'll be able to do in the following instance is we have the double colorless already, so we can power up our Klawf and just go from there. So that's game 3, guys. Very, very quick one for sure. But God, PTCGO's bugs are absolutely insane. But that just shows the power and versatility of this deck going first, or not going first, going second, since it's super, super strong. Like, you can make really aggressive plays going second with like a decent setup pretty consistently. So I'm really happy I was able to show that off, and like that kind of worked out, since that's something I really wanted to make sure I could do for this video. The third game, very, very quick, but I'm running out of time to record. I know that's kind of a standard, but I think it's like, let me check the clock. Yeah, it's like 7:30, and I got a lot I gotta do. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Definitely let me know about any changes that you would make to the deck or how you run the list. I could definitely see Radiant Greninja being a very good inclusion for the deck. So if that's something that you wanted to change, I could definitely see that being pretty good. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think of the deck, guys. Congratulations again to the giveaway winners. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of YouTube stuff, and definitely join the Discord. We're growing the community, and we're definitely going to get a lot more started in there soon. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.